on the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Allah bless our gathering. Allahumma ameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us amongst the righteous servants. Allahumma ameen. Ya Rabbi. So we just take the very short moments and always brother, where's brother Axel? So where's brother Axel? So how many minutes you need the lecture for tonight? 5? 1 hour? Okay, 1 hour. No. Inshallah, just brother Faisal likes it to be 2 hours, right? 1 hour is good. Okay, alhamdulillah. So just to ask to refresh the memory of brother Muhammad Ali and brother Noor, and maybe brother Hamza too. What was the topic for the khutbah today? Rida, yes, contentment. To be content with what Allah had given you, to be satisfied, to accept. And that's why we confirmed that point, that we say Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. And you like that story of Sayyidina Ibrahim and his son Ismail about his doorstep, that the first time he asked him to take it out, to remove his doorstep. Then the second time he asked him to keep it, based on what? Based on the reaction of his wife. And that's why that will take me to khutbah. When I remember when I was in the high school, like my father who prepared a khutbah for me, may Allah give him long life and give him health. So he prepared that khutbah for me. It's about which glasses that you are wearing to see the light with. So if you are wearing black glasses, you will see the light black, right? Dark. If you have white one, you will see life be optimistic. It's based on the lens that you are looking to the life with. So that Sayyidina Ibrahim, the situation didn't change. But the first one, that seeing everything bad, everything negative. The other one was optimistic, was positive, having contentment. That makes the difference between one and another. To be satisfied, to say Alhamdulillah, to see the goodness in what you have. So what do you have? Let's say, just roughly, maybe you have problems in your income, you spend, and nowadays everyone is complaining of the high prices of everything, and you have kids and have all of this. Yes, but at the end of the day, look at the positive things. Your kids are doing good at the school. They pray. They are close to Allah. Isn't all of those are good things? Alhamdulillah. So the shortage in the money, yes. Don't ask to have 100% of this life. You must have something. You will miss something. Why, Imam, should I miss? Because that's the nature of life. Allah said in the Quran, Surah Al-Balad. I want you to memorize this. Surah Al-Balad. لَقَدْ خَلَقَنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي كَبَدٍ. We created man to be always in trouble. So life has no 100% happiness. By the nature, like what's the best time for you? Some people, the best time for them when they eat good food, good meal in the restaurant, right? So what is after the good meal? No, problem in the bathroom. Okay, problem in your stomach, maybe. Okay, so what is the best thing? Go to a picnic? What is after picnic? No, you have body aches. You are tired, you want to sleep. After every problem, so what was the best moment of your life? That you married, is it the best moment? Huh? Inshallah, all the brothers are quiet. Imam, that's not the best moment. Change the topic. What was the best moment of your life? Yeah. Also problem. Little cat. Yes. When I accepted Islam, that's great. When you went for Umrah, when you went for Hajj, that's the best moment. So pick any good moment that you have in your life, and when you connect it with Islam, you will feel happiness. Imam, the first moment or the happiest moment when I get the first car for me, or when I get the first house for me. Yes, it was a happy moment, but temporarily happiness. Because after this, that house became a load over your shoulder. You need to pay something. Yes, you are happy with what you get, but temporarily happiness, not permanent one. But every permanent moment of happiness, you will find it has to be associated with Allah. That's my point. Forget to get any happiness away from the way of Allah. So when you are happy, when you obey Allah. When are you happy? When you fulfill the commands of Allah. That's why do not be surprised if I told you, even in the Quran, Allah classified people in Surah Hud. Allah classified people into two groups on the Day of Judgment: the happy people and the miserable people. So who are the happy? The believers, right? And the miserable ones, those who disobeyed Allah. And that's why that made me to choose these verses in Salatul Maghrib, because Allah is talking about on the Day of Judgment that that those people who were criminals in the dunya, they will cry in the hereafter. To be content with what Allah had given you, you need to have a firm belief that this life is very short. And you know what? Some part of our identity, let me take one of you. Let me take Brother Noor. Inshallah, you will get mad at me. Right, brother? You will forgive me, right? Okay, so how old are you? Okay, so if I asked you about 50 years old, can you summarize all, or what do you remember of those 50 years? In how many minutes you will take to summarize 50 years? How many minutes will you need to summarize 50 years? You'll say, I graduated, then I married, then I got the first child, the second child, I joined this work, you know? So let's say 30 minutes. 30 minutes of talking, you summarize 50 years. So 50 years in 30 minutes. And the question will come to you, MashaAllah, when those kids grow up, when you look back, you see 50 years. When those years passed quickly, very quickly, you find yourself got to 50s, got to 60s, got to 70s. That's very quickly, because time is running. And now you can see yourself. You can see yourself. If I told you life is short, would you believe this? Life is very short. And you know what? I studied Islam. Nothing I can feel to describe this dunya and the speediness of the time. Nothing is better than the words of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in this issue. He said, Mali walid dunya. You know why the dunya is interrupting me? Me and the dunya, like somebody who is riding a horse came under the shade of the tree to take a little bit of rest, then he continued his journey. That's our situation with the dunya. A person who is riding a horse came under the shade of the tree. Would the horse stop? No. Would the shade stop? No. The horse is running or walking, and the shade is walking from the other side. This is dunya. And you know what? One of the tricky parts that we have in this, when you get your birthday, they will tell you, oh, wow, you are 75. You give you the sense that you earned 75. Or you collected 75 years in your pocket. The reality is the opposite. You lost because you spent. You lost all these years. So every day, it will take you a step closer to the grave. So let's say that you have 1,000,000 steps to reach to the grave. See how many steps that you have. That's the case. That's how you look at every day. Every day when I wake up, it's a chance from Allah. Wallahi, I like that expression in the Quran. Every time when you wake up, then you look at, oh, that's my room. Oh, yes, that's my bed. Okay, that's great. What's the message should come frequently to your mind? Oh, Allah had kept my soul, and then Allah allowed his soul to come back. For what? Allah is giving me another chance so I can worship him. I do not want to waste that day. Yes. 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 To another. Yes, exactly. That's right. Yes, that's a true story. Sayyidina Nuh described that lifespan that he lived, more than 1,000 years. He said, like a person who moved from that room, from that gate to the other gate. That's it. That's the dunya. I passed by a room. I entered from that gate. I came out from the other gate. That's all the life. So what do you need to have? Life, and life doesn't worth. So you can, like, you hate others. You get envy. You fight. You put yourself in troubles. Or you waste your time in analyzing, oh, I need to know what this brother said. He insulted, he said that, let's put investigation in the entire family so we can check what exactly did he say. Do you have all that time to waste in silly conversations? You have your own target, your own goal. I came here to worship Allah. I do not want anything else to distract me from the worship of Allah. Oh Allah, you want me to get that amount of money and that amount of food? I am satisfied. Oh Allah, will you test me? Will you test me in my health? I am satisfied. Will you test me in my children? I am satisfied. Alhamdulillah. Why you say Alhamdulillah? Because life is short. Very soon I will go to Allah and He will honor me for my patience. I will be happy the rest of my life. That's why, you know, that person, that when they passed by him and he was completely blind, has no arms, has no legs, and they passed by him, they heard him saying, Alhamdulillah. Person passed by him and found him saying Alhamdulillah. And he said, why do you say Alhamdulillah? You have nothing. No arms, no legs, and you are blind. You have nothing. For what you say Alhamdulillah? Listen to this. Listen to his perspective. He said, Ahmadullah arrazaqani lisanan dhakira. He was positive. He said, I am praising Allah that He gave me tongue I can remember Him with. وَقَلْبًا خَاشِعًا. The heart is so close to Allah. Have the contemplation, connected with Allah. Number 3, a body can bear the calamities, the test of Allah. Nowadays, mashallah, he is a good health. He has everything, and he cries. Because I'm crying, I feel frustrated because I didn't buy this iPhone. You cannot find a clean sip of water. Because I want to get the bigger screen. That's why I'm frustrated. I'm feeling sad. Astaghfirullah. We need to say actually from our hearts, Alhamdulillah. May Allah bless us all. Jazakumullah khairan. Barakallahu feekum. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our deeds. Allahumma ameen ya rabbal alameen. Barakallahu li wa lakum fil Qur'an wa nafa'ani wa iyyakum bima fihi min ayatin wa dhikril hakim. Salli Allahumma wa sallim wa barik ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.